Hey guys, good morning. The sun is just coming up behind me, so it's not too hot out here yet. And today I'm going to show you the 4Runner. Finally got it painted. Well, it's been painted for a while, but finally getting around to showing you guys. I know some of you are pretty anxious to see it, so let's have a look. It's kind of dark in there. Let's pull it out of the garage. So there she is. A little dusty, a little muddy. Well, not really muddy, just a little dirty. But I do drive her, so it happens. So, just doing a quick walk around here. I guess you guys are all kind of curious to see how it looks. So, it's nice and shiny. Bodywork is not perfect because it's my first time ever doing it. So if you see any flaws, you know, it's okay. I already know about them, trust me. But you know, feel free to berate me if you feel like that kind of person, you know, whatever. It's free country. So there's a walk around. So thanks for watching. See you later. No, let's talk about this thing a little bit. I'm sure that some of you guys are curious to know all the little details. So yeah, we'll just start from the front and work back, I guess. So under here is a bone stock Toyota 22RE. This engine actually started its life in a 1993 Toyota pickup, 4-wheel drive automatic, and got 145,000 miles on it before it was pulled, and then sold on Craigslist, bought by me, and dropped into this truck. So it's still got all the 87 electronics, 87 intake and exhaust. So it's just the long block basically that's from '93. So it's yeah, it's pretty much stock. The only difference is that I dropped a LCE cam into it. I forget exactly which profile it is. The previous owner of my truck put a big bore LCE throttle body on it, and I put an Egr Delete on it. Well, I guess I didn't put it on. I took the Egr off, so it's got an Egr Delete, and that's about it. Other than that, it's totally stock. It's a reliable engine, I suppose. So when I bought the truck, it had a this truck. It had a rebuilt engine on it. A lot of, you know, aftermarket components on it. By aftermarket, I mean like cheap replacement parts for internals. So it all kind of fell apart after about 40,000 or 60,000 miles on that replacement engine. Rings broke, cylinder was scored, the head cracked. It had an aftermarket casting head, so it's all Toyota stuff in there now, and I'm a lot more confident with it. So what else we got? Air conditioning works on this truck. We got a rebuilt Denso, it's rebuilt by Denso compressor, and drained all the oil out of it, refilled it with the correct 134 compatible oil, flushed all the lines, new condenser, new filter, and the air conditioning blows cold. It's awesome. It's great. Here's my auxiliary fuse panel. So there's a large circuit breaker here, which powers the power inverter in the back of the truck. This fuse panel is constantly powered, so it powers things like headlights, horn, CB radio, no, not CB radio, some other accessories that need constant power. This one is powered with the ignition on only, so it's got the CB radio and 2 seat heaters, so for the front 2 seats, which is great. You can see the PA there real close. You can see the cap for the differential breather there for the front diff, so it's got extended differential breathers. You can see there's no vacuum control valves on top of the valve cover. In fact, there's no hoses or wires crossing the valve cover. So extended some hoses and lines and stuff, moved the VCVs to different locations so that the valve cover looks nice. That was kind of a waste of time. It was more of an aesthetic thing. I did that because at one point this valve cover was really nice, shiny, and freshly painted. It's not anymore. It's still painted, just not fresh. Also did the starter relay mod. So the starter relay takes power through the ignition switch to run to the starter solenoid to actually trigger the starter, and over time the starter contacts, or the switch contacts, get pitted and stuff, and they can't carry enough current to actually get the solenoid to get the relay to trigger the solenoid. So one of the workarounds is that you take the power source wire from the relay, run it to constant power off the battery instead of running through that long ass route through the whole ignition switch system, and gives a lot more power back to the starter solenoid. So been doing that, and it's been like that for about 1.5 to 2 years now, and haven't had a single problem yet. So if you're getting the single click no start, look it up on Yodatech. There's a good write-up on it. And last thing under here of note is the vacuum canister there. That's actually a ADD vacuum canister for 95 4Runner, but I cut the mounts off of it and made my own mounts, and that supplies vacuum to the well, reserve vacuum to the cruise control module there, so that the cruise control has a larger supply of vacuum basically, and it seems to work a little bit better than what it did, so I guess it works. Continuing our trek from front to back, you can see my new windshield, which got put in right after they painted it. I'm not sure the brand. It says PGW. I don't know if that's a good brand windshield or not, but they did put on the universal rubber gasket, so instead of having that chrome trim that flaps around, traps mud and dirt and grip behind it, so it's just a rubber one, and I'm pretty pleased with the fitment. I don't have super high standards though, so it might not be for everyone. You can see at the bottom here, it doesn't really sit flush. Along the sides it doesn't completely sit flush, but it's good enough for me, so I'm happy. Looking here, you can see the drip rail ends abruptly there, so I removed the factory drip rail. A lot of these trucks, you may notice they get like rust in here. My first thought was that it was like the sunroof drain was leaking or something, and a lot of other people kind of think the same thing, which makes sense, but what it actually is the rain gutter is just kind of a piece of angle kind of spot welded on this surface here, and then there's seam sealer right against where like in that area there, so to try to seal it. But when that gets all cracked, then water gets into here between the two layers and rusts it out from the inside, from between the drip rail and the A-pillar. So that's what happened to mine. So remove the rain gutter, fix the rust, smooth it out, and there you go. So looking at the doors here, this truck was originally pretty fully optioned. It didn't have an automatic, didn't have a turbo, and didn't have rear heat back here. But other than that, it was pretty much fully optioned. So I removed the power windows and installed these manual windows. I removed the power mirrors and put on this style of manual windows, just because I like to look better, and they're actually bigger, so you get more view too. So a lot less wires running through the door. In fact, none would be necessary if I hadn't added these speakers. So I got some 5 1/4 inch. No. I think I put 6. Yeah, these got 6x9s in the front, in the doors here, which is possible since I have the front quarter windows. If you got the full windows, they come down, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. But anyway, we got 6x9s, and this cover here is not factory. This is actually out of a extended cab Ford Ranger. I think the late 80s ones, that body style, and then also the next body style, like the 93 to whatever year, those extended cab Rangers have the speaker covers in the back, and they actually look pretty good here. You know, just because they're kind of a rectangular look, real boxy looking, kind of similar to the style of these 4Runners. So I figured it fit the theme good enough, and it covers up the speakers and looks semi-factory, so I put those in there. Alrighty, moving along. Got the driver's side oh shit handle. So they don't come with them, but the threaded holes are already in there on the frame of the body, on the body. So you just got to poke a couple holes in the headliner and get a handle from the junkyard, and there you go. I also got some matching ones there in the back, on the soft top, so you can see that even the passengers on the in the back, the truck gets oh shit handles in case stuff gets sketchy. Don't have fog lights, but I got a factory Toyota fog light switch that came out of a Toyota van. You know, those mid-engine ones, those funky looking ones. I saw one of those in the junkyard and snagged a switch out of there. So it's wired up, I just need to get some lights. So just the other day I crossed over 382,000 miles. So lots of miles on this old girl, but she's still kicking. Gotta love Toyotas. Moving across, got a crack-free dash. Well, not really. That's just a dash cap that you can get, and it's just a thin layer of plastic, and it just goes right on top of your cracked dash and covers it up, basically. What else we got going on here? CB radio mounted into the factory location. That's where I got the hand unit mounted. There's a little bracket there, it goes under the shifter surround. My mother actually stitched this shifter boot for me, using the pattern of the original one, so you know those original ones usually get pretty ratty after 30 years almost. Switches for the seat heaters. Center is off, up is high, down's low, and they only come on with the ignition on. AC works, so pretty much leave that on all the time. So the floor mats are Toyota Tacoma floor mats, but they fit really well. They're for a, I don't remember the year, I got the receipt somewhere. Well, the previous owner had them, so. They're for a TRD Taco, so got those in there. Factory SR5 seats. These are actually out of an 88 in the junkyard because they're in really nice shape. Then I added the seat heaters. And the same seats that, the same truck that these seats came out of actually had a factory sunroof in it. So that was a pretty awesome find. Got that for just, you know, a couple bucks instead of like the 100 or 200 that you see these things go for on eBay. Made the bracket for the mag light there, and there's a similar bracket on the passenger side. So here on the passenger side you can see my 2.5 pound fire extinguisher mounted under there. So that's there if I need it. Hopefully I don't. And now looking in the back, not much here. All just factory original shit, I guess. Also back here you can see the power inverter I got mounted just behind the back seats. That's mounted to the roll bar. So that's there if you need anything with 110, or it's also got USB ports on it to charge stuff. So here's my dual storage center console. I've been looking for one of these since I bought the frickin' truck 4 years ago. So this is a nice armrest, because the this one had just the shorter section center console, and it's got some nice storage on top, and there's no rear heater, so I get storage on the bottom too, so lots of space for doodads and knickknacks and, you know, whatever else you want to put back there. Alrighty, continuing our front to back trek. We're now in the trunk, so not too much here. Well, there's a little bit to talk about. So I got a well, maybe the front's a 2 pound and this is a 3 pound, I don't know. I got a bigger fire extinguisher here in the back, mounted to the roll bar there. Got the high lift mounted there. Thing comes in handy. Only used it a couple times, but when I used it, I needed it. So I also messed up my front valence using it, but I mean, better than truck still being wherever it was. Antifreeze and oil, never know. There's my locked recovery box and toolbox. I got just a few tools in there, not really much. No spare parts. Got a shovel and you know, a bunch of recovery gear, a bunch of straps and shackles and stuff. This carpet actually is a you know, when you walk into like most stores, they got like those U-line mats, or the, you know, the stuff that Syntax comes and replaces for you. So yeah, that's what this is. It's just cut to fit. A buddy of mine gave it to me, and looks real nice. Overnight bag there. It's got 2 days change of clothes for hot weather and cold weather, plus some toiletry stuff. And over there you can see my full-size spare. Same wheel. I bought that wheel same time I bought the other four. It's just a Krager D-window wheel, 15x8, and then a BFG All-Terrain 331050. This one I bought on Craigslist because I slashed one of mine like that on the sidewall shortly after I bought it, and so that kind of sucked. Wasted 169 bucks, but now I got another replacement one, a lot less tread than my, you know, I bought 5 tires and 5 wheels, so got a used spare instead of a new one. And I always keep a tent and a couple camp chairs in the back here, so you never know when you're going to need those. It's nice to have. So at the back here, you can see my trail gear bumper. So got this from 4 Wheel Parts. It's got some 3M grip tape on there, so you can use that as a step to get up onto the I don't know why you would want to, but I do plan to have a roof rack at some point in the future. So there's that. Roof is the back. I got the can back on there. So when I bought the truck, it came with a can back and a spare brand new canvas. So this is the new one I put on after I got the truck painted. Yeah, what else we got going on here? So there's the outside of the truck. And you can see the wheels and tires I got on there. Suspension I'm running on this truck, it's in the rear I got Old Man Emu CS009Rs, so those are the medium duty springs. And it's also got Old Man Emu shocks all the way around. I had to put a pinion shim in it to point the pinion down because pinion angle is wrong. I believe those are, well, your application's gonna be different because I got a Bud built cross member too. So here you're gonna see the Bud built cross member for a single case. That actually brings the transmission transfer case up just a little bit, so that'll affect your pinion angle too. Well, not actually your pinion angle, but the drive shaft angle. Single case with factory reduction gears in it. I would like to get a set of 4.7s to go in the single case. Up front, still running the IFS. It's all stock right now. I do plan to solid axle swap it because I got an 85 axle in the house. It's all trussed and armored and ready to go. Marlin crawler rebuild kit, trail gear, trail safe seals for the knuckleballs. So should be good to go as soon as I get around to getting it going. And back up front, factory front bumper. Would like to get an ARB Warren M8000 winch set up front. Just haven't gotten around to that. It's a pretty pricey setup right there. It's gonna be like $1,500 just for the basic stuff. If I want to get any better stuff for that winch, you know, it's gonna be a lot more. The winch is like, yeah, it's a pricey setup, so that's all coming. But in the meantime, I'm still enjoying her and driving her and getting her dirty, and hoping to be taking her on some nice trips here soon. So alrighty guys, so there she is. I know you guys have been waiting to see it. So it's shiny now. It's not as rusty as it was, and I'm happy, and it's a good truck. So hope you guys enjoyed watching it and seeing it, and you know, I will be putting some more stuff out here soon. Don't worry, I've got some stuff filmed. Just it's kind of busy right now getting everything edited. So anyway, thanks for watching. See y'all later.